Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday morning, day 3 of the lockdown. Thought I'd take this opportunity to just do a Facebook Live on a Saturday, call it the Saturday Digital Brunch, where we can just chat about some stuff in general, share some thoughts. I did mention we'll talk about copy in this video, in my last video on the promo of letting people know about doing this. But really going to keep it fairly loose, simple, no big presentation or learnings to do, but I still want to give you some quality and added value. So we will look at copy in a sec, and it's quite an interesting subject because I find so many people are writing content in Facebook, blogs, ads, and the actual copy that you're writing, or I'm seeing from lots of people, is just never going to get people's interest, is not going to distract people, is not going to draw them into you. And as we've seen, it's really important out there right now to get people engaged with you. Not only because of COVID and the challenging times of business, but there's just so much noise on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whichever channels you're using, LinkedIn, and very few people I see use very good headlines and sub-headlines, and actually teach people some good information through the content that they share. So really going to sort of just share and address that. As I said, it's Saturday morning, normally be doing other things, just to get my needed tea. Actually, here's a question for you. Anyone, add in the comments, where is this cup relating to in terms of a TV series, and who was the famous lead role in that, who played that famous lead role? Be really interesting to see if anyone has that connection, and it shows you of a certain age group as well, I'm afraid. But I'll tell you what, if someone can tell me that, and just post it into the comments, I'm more than happy to give away a complete digital block builder course, completely free of charge, normally £149, 6 modules of amazing learning stuff that has taken me a long time to put together. I'm going to give it away to someone. If someone can tell me, and it'll be the first person that comes in there, who this relates to in terms of lead actor, what that actor's name was, what the series was. That's all I need to know. 2 things there. If you know that, I'll be really interested. So copy drives me insane. See so much bad copy, and I'm just going to show you a real interesting example. And this cover straight away is going to give you title of a book that's probably going to throw you a little bit, but also going to recommend that this book is a super read. If you want to understand selling and the principles, methodologies, processes, etc., you need to read this book. And this book's actually called "You Can't Teach a Kid to Ride a Bike at a Seminar." You can't teach a kid to ride a bike at a seminar. So, what's that about? Straight away, really good copy idea. I was recommended to that book, and when someone told me what it was, well, one, it took me forever to keep remembering it for a moment because it seemed so complex and complicated. But when I saw it, I just found it completely intriguing because what was that? What is this book actually about? Why would you title a book that? And since I've read that book, that title's really never gone away, and it's always in my head. And a great way of learning how to write a title that disrupts, catches people's attention. And gets you reading, and that book, guarantee it, you read that book, it's going to change your mindset on sales. So what I want to do right now is just share my screen, because I want to look at what's around us, and it's really easy to educate yourself on copy, headlines, things that are going to grab attention, calls to action, really important calls to action, really, really important part of what you need to put into your marketing. There's stuff all around us that we can learn from, and just want to share an example here, and I just want to put a bit of a disclaimer in. I'm no top copywriter. I've studied copy. I look at the marketing principles of what you're writing and how you're writing and what you should be writing, but we we do employ a team who help with copy. We do have outsourced people who help us with copy, because we like to keep that mix fresh and look at different styles. But we do have a principle that we're working to, and this is about creating those headlines that are going to sort of capture people's attention, disrupt, and really not be the norm as we always see. So let me just share the screen a sec. So what we've got here is the Daily Mail, and don't judge me. No politics and preferences here, please. To reading of certain papers, I tried to look at a few others like the Sun, and I don't think I could really share a lot of what was on there with you. It just didn't look right to me. But straight away, this is where you can learn so much from. We start to look at the screen over here, and this one here straight away was sort of grabbing my attention. So this one here that you're seeing, how do you hold the steering wheel? Experts reveal the 9 most common hand positions and what they say about the driver, from a diplomat to an adventurer. Now, straight away, that's been linked back into Facebook. It's been shared, and it's got 931 comments. So straight away, you can see here, when you're learning about copy and you're trying to look at marketing and how to get yours working better, you can see straight away here that there's a good piece of headline writing there, and it gives you a really good example of how to position some of your content and what you're going to be writing. So great way of learning. We come down. One Earth brought down the 8.5 Chelsea Mansion. Again, interesting headline, draws you into it. And this is all the stuff that you need to learn in terms of what you're going to write for your business and the type of marketing content that you write. Because you're going to need this for your landing pages, your emails, subject lines in emails, and big subject that we could talk about there. Most emails that come into me are just so goddamn boring when it comes to a title, and don't really, grab my attention. Very few get me. One got me yesterday, actually, which I was quite interested in, which actually said, you're going to spend your life poor, and here's why. Interested in that one. Why would someone think that way, and what were they actually saying? Turned out to be a very good email that led to a very good video. Did some learning from that, so that sort of got me into that particular person, has created a bit of a connection and engagement, and goes back to this whole principle that I shared yesterday of funnels, getting people ascending through processes. A word that's quite strong, that very much comes from marketing in the States, indoctrination. So drawing people into your system, your processes, your skill sets, your feelings, the particular type of person you are, and getting you really to be sort of part of their tribe, and then obviously buying product from them. So all really interesting stuff. So look, you could go online really easy, and start to work through some content here, and straight away you can see, look, 75 days of chaos and denial, how Donald Trump, etc. Big news at the moment. So hopefully you can see where I'm going with this. Now, what I also want to share is just over here into this site, which is called swiped.co. Really good actually for looking at copy. It seems to not be as refreshed and updated as much as it used to be, but it's really good, and I really recommend just doing some learning from it, in terms of the type of headlines that are out there, how much should you spend on advertising, how to create industrial advertising that sells, how to launch new products, how to keep your money from being murdered. Some really good headlines there for you to understand. So a couple of easy ways to really start sort of just educating yourself on titles, and ways to look at writing content that's going to help you produce headlines on websites, on adverts really important, and one of the big things that I've shared previously, and we'll do this now actually. I'll take you back into the screen. I'm going to show you how to research other people's ads and just look at what they're doing, so very quickly you can understand your competitors, how they're writing, what their ads are about, and look at ways of improving on them. Also, go in and see how much engagement they're getting from their ads, how many likes, shares, what's actually happening, because that'll give you a really good gauge of understanding how good that ad is. So what I'll do, I'm just going to take you back into my desktop, So if we go into a search and we just put ads library into this, and it's going to come up fairly quickly because I use it a lot, and you're going to be taken to the Facebook ads library. And we could go now into a lovely little piece that Facebook give us for doing research. So you look, elections, politics, real big at the moment, always has been with Facebook as well. So make sure you come away from that piece, because that's all you're going to find if you start searching, and go into search all. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to click into this, and straight away, I've got some stuff I've been researching. So let's have a little look at these guys. I can't remember what they've actually got going on. So Solar Press. So what we've got here is the current ad. So it was launched in November 2019. Probably not running that ad anymore. This ad run without a disclaimer. Quite a bad example, to be honest with you, and not a particularly good ad. So here's something you can learn from straight away. It's just completely boring. Nothing here hitting me. The only call to action is learn more. So not a great deal that we can learn from that particular one. Mode of furnishings, I think I went through some stuff here with these guys. Winter nights are alright when you set them alight. Quite boring. Again, this is what I see all the time, and this is where you can win by understanding what's going on. And really great piece here, because you can actually type in your competition. So if I put in Frank Kearns, who's a very big marketer, he does lots of stuff, lots of offer. Let's take out the S here, I think. Let's just come back out of that. Frank Kern, let's see if it brings it up. There we are, there's Frank. So ad running here, launched November, another ad. He does lots of advertising, but again, different game player here. Watch me build a brand and get customers starting from scratch in just 30 days. That's how you write an ad. That is how you get people interested and coming towards you. My recent one starter with just $1.88 on the first day. Okay, so I've spent more than 20 years advertising online. In a time a lot has changed. This is much better content. People are staying at home now more than ever. Know what they're doing, buying things online. This is such big opportunities at the moment. People are at home. They are, surfing more than ever. Seeing a real change in trends in terms of usage of mobiles and desktops. Desktops become a lot more of a used piece at the moment, and that's not surprising with people sitting there at home. And again, if you've got your website and any landing pages, etc., going through Google Analytics, you should be looking at the trends in terms of where people are coming from. If your page is getting more views than the previous week, the previous 2 weeks, previous month, and again, copy relates back to that in terms of conversion rates, click-through rates with ads. So copy, really, really important. Another big takeaway, I have a friend here with the book. One, grab hold of this book when it comes to learning about selling. Fantastic book. Understand why they're writing headlines like that, and some really good content in there. It surprises me that people are just not looking at what they write and what they're pushing out there. They struggle with getting the conversions, their ads working, and 9 times out of 10, it's usually the initial content piece that's written that's not grabbing someone's attention. Also, the imagery, really important. But if you could get someone, and like we saw yesterday when I shared with you sales funnels and how funnels are working, if you're not getting the fundamentals right, which is from that first piece, which is the advert, the writing, the image, and getting them into the landing page, which then again has got to be structured right in terms of content, visuals, and journey, customer journey, you're just not going to get your conversions. So lots of things here that relate to your conversion factor not being as high as it could be, down to really copy and visual elements of what you're putting out there, advertising wise, website wise, and really the content that you're writing to draw someone in on a journey. You've got seconds, literally the blink of an eye to get someone's attention to your ads, to your websites, to your landing pages. So you've really got to understand your copy. And I do see so many people just getting it wrong and not understanding what copy's truly about. So there's a little bit on copy. As I say, quite an unusual one for me to do Saturdays. normally would be out doing things like we're all doing. You know, might go to shops, might go for some brunch, breakfast, meet people, go for a drink, whatever it is that we're doing. But obviously, we've got another 30 days of lockdown. We're on day 3, so we got for a few there. But here's the thing, you've got a massive opportunity, and when I look at this phase, I always feel like I'm being locked down and told that I've got to work on my business, and that's the way that I take this. It's like all the good stuff's been taken away. No golf, no going out to the pub, restaurants, etc. Sit there, get stuff done, and make things change. It's really a big opportunity, and the last lockdown showed me that. We've changed the business so much, productized what we was doing, put it into a course which we're launching online shortly. So there's some really good stuff to take out of this. How you're going to spend your Saturday is totally down to you. If you're going to invest some time in learning, building a landing page, look at doing your advertising, then I think you're doing the right thing. If you're going to sit there and watch a box set on Netflix, then I'm not saying it's the wrong thing to do, but do take the learning that you've probably just wasted 8 hours of really productive time on your business. For me, that means you need to look at how serious you are about what you're doing and what you're looking to achieve. And are you really an opportunist? Are you really in this for the long haul? Or are you going to keep doing what you're always doing and just getting what you're always getting and not moving forward, not changing, not evolving, not growing? That's really a choice. That's a choice that only you can own. I've always made it that these opportunities turn into very productive phases. So I'm now going to say goodbye. I'm going to switch off, and I'm going to move back into doing some coursework, getting the courses ready for launch, because for me that's been the big changing point of the business during this challenging lockdown, COVID, really unusual time that we're living through, but turned it into a really productive piece. So enjoy the weekend. I'm going to come back on Monday, and we're going to launch the week with some quick tips, some things to think about, and start planning through from Monday to Friday that help you, get better results, are going to change things within your business. So keep in touch. You're going to get a notification what's coming next. Come and join me. Come and learn. It's completely free. I want to do this through the lockdown period to make sure that you're getting some learnings from me, some understandings, and hopefully things that I'm going to share are going to help you actually succeed and change, parts of your business and do the things that you should be doing to get what you want. So look, we'll all talk soon. Have a great weekend, and that's me switching off for now. Thanks for your time. Bye.